Hello everyone, Gentleman here, and for our second character of the day, guys, we will be taking a look at the motion demonstration for Summer Helm. And man, we are definitely eating good today, alright guys? With two motion demonstrations for summer characters in the same day, oh my lord. And same with this video, guys. Obviously I have not seen her burst or her other animations that they might show in here. We obviously gotten a few previews with some motion that was quite revealing. I know they had to kind of go back in there and change a few things because maybe she was a little too revealing, am I right? But again, I looked at the post and I saw that they had her skills down here, so we'll take a look at that right after we check out her animations. But okay, let's dive in. Let's check her out. Okay, you see, so they fixed a lot of the things people were talking about. Okay, I definitely like this because I thought she was gonna spend most of her time with just the uniform, and she was only gonna get the wet t-shirt kind of look during some of the character interaction, but it looks like that's gonna be how she is. Man, oh my god, look at, they do this on purpose. Man, I'm so happy with her. Oh, I love Helm. She looks so good. I love the ponytail too, and her little ears. Well, not ears, right? It's kind of like her hat. Okay, what is this? What the heck? Wait, what just happened? Did she just like? Oh, she like sheaths her sword or like opens it? Okay, because we can barely see, right? It seems like she's pulling out her sword, and then she's commanding like a ship or like something, and then the ship just freaking comes out and f's everything up. All right, that's very interesting. Of course, not as revealing as some of the other burst skills we've seen. I love this detail. Look at that, the little button barely like fighting for its life. But she looks awesome. This detail, holy moly, she looks great. I really like this, and in game I think this is gonna look way better. Wow, okay, that's crazy. Helm, in her normal burst skill animation, she just brings out this massive ship as well, and looks pretty badass. So this one, obviously a little bit different in its own way, but sorry guys, getting a little distracted, but still pretty unique in its own way, right? So definitely enjoyed it. Not as not, I'm not gonna say crazy, but not as lewd, I guess is the right way. But I'm happy because that's more Helm, right? Helm is not as wild as I guess we can say, but she's definitely a figure of authority, if you know what I mean. But okay, let's check out her skills, guys. Let's see. Please be good. Please be good. That way I have another excuse to summon for Helm. Okay, she's gonna be an attacker. Okay, she's an assault rifle. Okay, good. And I think we've seen a lot of this stuff already, but I just love getting the extra bit of confirmation, right? Oh, okay, burst skill 2. That's interesting. Actually, I don't know if I missed this, but yeah, damn, burst skill 2. Okay, code iron. Okay, that's another interesting one. You would assume she'll be like water, right? Obviously, I mean, but okay, iron. All right, skill 1. Activates after landing 30 normal attacks, affects the targets. So affected targets that she's been hitting, or what? Deals 131 of final attack as additional damage. Okay, so it just affects everyone, I'm assuming. So after landing 30 normal attacks, affects targets. Okay, that's pretty good, right? Just an extra big chunk of damage coming after every 30 shots. Okay. Activates when entering full burst. Affects all allies. Okay, I like this. Universal unit. Come on, let's go. Effect changes according to activation times. Previous effects trigger repeatedly. So once, cooldown of burst skill. Okay. Almost 2 seconds. Twice cooldown of burst second, 2.2 seconds. 3 times cooldown burst, 2.6 seconds. Okay, so let me read this again because how often? So 1, 2, 3. Effect changes according to the activation times. Previous effects trigger. So once you basically go through your third burst skill, she's gonna reduce the time by even more. So first burst skill, second, third, and then it's just gonna be reducing the cooldown. Okay, that's really good for her passive. That's really, really good. And these seconds, you can notice them, okay? When you're out there in the battlefield, man, feeling that burst skill gauge is so clutch, right? So that's good, okay. And affects all allies again. And she's cooling, like, reducing the cooldown of everybody, okay? This almost went over completely over my head. All allies, cooldown of burst skill. Okay, that's really, really, really good. Okay, skill 2. Affects one enemy unit randomly. Okay, not the biggest fan, but okay, we'll roll with it. Deals 105% of final attack as damage. Okay. Affects the same targets. Okay. When they belong to electric code. Damage taken an extra 5 or almost 6%. Stocks up to 5 times and lasts for 5 seconds. Okay, so up to a 25% damage increase taken by that same target. I don't know why it said affect one enemy units. So one enemy, how can one enemy be plural? I don't get it. But okay, that's pretty good though. If you're fighting against a boss, obviously it's not going to be more than one enemy. So that it's going to be always the boss. And then you're going to be stacking more damage up to 5 times if they're electric code. So okay, that's really interesting. Maybe not the best, again, maybe a little bit more on the niche side since it has to be very specific, especially when they are electric code. But that I think this seems to be following the same trend we've seen with some of the other units being very element specific. So okay, that's pretty good. Whenever going up to electric code, that's really, really good. Okay, number 3, burst skill. Affects all enemies. Okay, deals 164% of final attack as damage. Okay, affects the same target when they belong to electric code. So again, maybe this is most optimal when they are fighting a boss, electric boss most specifically. Deals 164% of final attack as additional damage. So just massive chunks of damage, right? So essentially, if you add this to, is what, like 328, 330 basically of 200, 328. 330-ish, around that final attack as damage when they are electric code. Of course, if they're not, then they're only gonna get this 164. So that's not the craziest. I think you mainly want her for her skill 1 at this point. I think if we are to look at this from, for example, if we were to pair her with Anise, then yeah, right, because I think, oh well, no, never mind, because Anise supports your electric code allies and she deals extra damage to electric code allies. So maybe they won't synergize as good, but yeah, I think what you want from her is her skill 1. So you can potentially just pair her with any other burst skill 2, but not use her skill 2, and then just use whichever other burst skill 2 you have on the team. If both of those characters are, of course, in the 20-second cooldown, whenever you're not dealing with electric code enemies. Of course, if you're dealing with electric code enemies, you probably want to use her burst skill. But if not, you can probably just have her on the team and not use her burst skill, and then just have her use her skill 1 passive. So overall, I think it's good. Again, very, very clutch skill right here that can definitely help any team, right? Affects all allies. This is not reserved for any specific element. So that's really good. That just completely opens her up to be more useful in a more wider range of team compositions. So I'm really happy. Honestly, I wouldn't blame you if you summon for both Helm and Anise. I think I'm gonna go for both of them. I mean, kid aside, you gotta take a look at these characters, man. Oh my lord. And I think it's still it's like, I'm not missing something, right? Like, they are limited characters still, right? They're not gonna be added to a normal banner. And if that's the case, even more reason to summon for them. So I think, man, I think I'm making my decision right this second. I think I will have to go for both Anise and Helm. They both have very unique elements to their kits, and Helm has something that again can be very useful for pretty much every other team comp that you use her with. So yeah, guys, wow. Let me know what you guys think. We'll have to see how much damage this burst skill 3 does, but for now I think this is easily probably the weakest part of her kit. I mean, when a burst skill happens, you probably want to see a lot more happen, but she's just tons of damage, right? But okay, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you think about Helm and Anise if you like to, you know, why not? But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. Later.